So when you use the type tool, again, you can use the type tool by clicking and dragging text boxes into different sizes that you need and that you like. If you've got overlapping text, always remember you can see that plus icon there, which is red. Hit that, you'll see the icon change. You can click and drag this text box out. You can see that the windows are linked. If you want to resize this, you can scale this. You can see that the text will automatically shift its position based off what you're doing with the text. You can group these, you can rotate them, you can do kind of what you like. At the moment, only the boxes containers are rotating. If you do need to rotate these, you can always click on this tab here and you can see that all changed to clear, and these are now scalable and warpable. And if you need to rotate them both, you can do so like this. I'm just going to undo that and go back to its editable state. Okay, type on a path tool is pretty explanatory, so I'm going to just show you the basics on that. So let's say you draw like a curve, and so on, and you want to type on this path, for example. You can do this also with a square or a circle as well. So say I do type on a path on this curve. I generally, as a guide, do it towards the front. Say I want text to go this whole way. I'm going to hit there and I'm going to be able to actually drag this out and kind of shift this text wherever I need this to be as well. I can double click in here and actually type out whatever I need to do here as well. If I need to adjust it, I can hit on this notch. You can see that the cursor changes and sort of push that along. I can also flip this text on its opposite edge as well. I think it's using the direct selection tool. Yeah, there are ways you can sort of flip it, but yeah. I think it's this way. Is it this way? There you go, yeah, okay. So you can use the opposite notch to flip the text on its opposite side and vice versa. Again, you can also use the type on a path tool to do square text. Say you wanted like an image in the middle there, you can do so as well. And then the same principles apply here when shifting around this text. It's a bit hard for me to move this text around, but you kind of get the idea. Okay. Kind of one thing that I wanted to show you guys is a tip on using the I think it's the vertical, no, the area type tool. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, I'll show you guys the area type tool actually as well. So say for example, I've done this and say I've got like maybe a circle. It's probably a good example. So I've drawn out like a circle of text and I want to put text in a rounded object like a circle. So what I'll do is hit the area type tool and the cursor is changed to circle. I can just click anywhere on the path and it will fill the text accordingly. I can highlight and reshape this as I wish. And again, the same principles apply. That won't work, but rotating will only do so much. I think if you edit this, I don't know how you can do that, but yeah, I'll leave that as is. One last example I wanted to show you guys was how to actually use the touch type tool, which is a cool tool. Say for example, I'll show this as an example, which I prepared. Say for example, this is spring, and I want to actually edit this text to be maybe like a cool, like a logo for like a restaurant, that sort of thing. So the way I can edit individual text is using the touch type tool, and I'll show you an example. So say I want the S to be really big and there to be like maybe a break in the text. The touch type tool allows you to edit individual letters and kind of warp and shape them to how you want. So you can see if I hit this and say I hit the S in this font, it gives me ligature options, and I can actually make this scaled larger or smaller based off font. Say this is like a restaurant and I want to make this bigger. I can click off. You can see it's made it bigger in comparison to the rest of the text. And say the R, I kind of want to make that accented in here. And you can see there's ligature options here as well, which I can pick from. But I'm going to leave that as is. And then maybe with the G, maybe I want to make that a bit more accented towards the bottom. Or maybe make it a bit skinnier, depending on, and maybe shift its position to be. And that's using the touch type tool. And actually I can go in and edit this text as well. So it's a cool little tool, and it has a lot of powerful features to make text unique, and you don't have to go in and edit letters to make up a complex logo or make something quite simple yet, you know, elegant, I think, in that way. Yeah, let me know if that's kind of helped explain a few things, and yeah, if you'd like coaching, please just let me know. Thanks.